Hello everybody, this is Abraham with North Shore Computer Services, and today I'd like to take a look at several different tablets that are available. Namely, we have the Google tablet made by Asus. We have the iPad, of course made by Apple. Let's lock that. And we have the Microsoft's newest Surface tablet. They're all different. Completely different in how they operate, how they work, how they present information, how usable they are, and I unfortunately have to have all three to satisfy all the needs that I have. I also have this little tiny Apple tablet, but it's basically the same thing as the iPad, the big iPad. It's a little bit slower, but so we're not going to take a close look at this one. Just dimension-wise, I like this size. Very, very comfortable, and you can fit it. Tough, but you can fit it in your pocket. It's got a decent display. It can do everything a normal iPad can do, and I think this form factor is the best form factor there is for a completely mobile device. Another thing that I do like that Apple has is the cover for it that transforms into a stand. The Apple does not provide the back cover, so I had to get this off of the internet. It was reasonable. This cover was not reasonable. I think it was like 40 bucks, but I borrowed these iPads from my kids, and they're being abused to the max, dropped, used a lot, opened and closed, and it does take the beating. So fairly solid construction. They did put some scratches on it before I was able to put the back on. It was basically in transit, so this is mine, or ours I should say. Very nice piece of machinery, very light, very thin, even with all the adapters on it. I absolutely love it. Alright, let's get to the Google tablet, and why is Google preferred option for just one thing. This is an older Google operating system. I don't know which ice cream type it is or whatever it is, but it's just the previous to the current one. I do not see any difference between them. They operate the same. You get your limited number of spaces, so Google only gives you 5 or 7. I don't like that. I like the way how Apple did it. As you add programs, it adds space. This one I use for running credit cards, namely the Square, and that's all I use it for, just running Square transactions. I like it. It does not come with any productivity software like type of Word or Excel, but you can download those things off the internet, and they work okay. I'm not completely flattered with it, but I can get things done. As far as camera front and back goes, okay. This tablet, I guess, is not the best tablet there is. Plus, it's what, year and a half old or 2 years old in tablet time. This is ancient history. But it does work, and doesn't give me a great battery life, doesn't give me great performance on the road, so I never take it anywhere. I bought it used for about 150 bucks on eBay, and I just run credit card transactions, and it's perfect for that, although it does have few limitations. I do not like using iPad for it. It's got certain things that I absolutely despise in the Square processor, but that's another story. So here's the Android tablet for you. Let's just run a quick connection to the internet. So we'll start the browser and it takes us to Asus. We'll just go to YouTube, and here's YouTube. So fairly quick, but it's operating on a Wi-Fi network, so I like it, but I don't use it for any of this stuff. You don't get any buttons anywhere, so everything is touch on the screen, which is, I like to have some buttons. So here's Android. I'm not going to go deeper into it, just want to kind of compare overall functionality of the computer and usability. Weight-wise, a bit too heavy, too big for mobile computer. This one can also come with a keyboard. I did have keyboard attached to it. It does become a nice computer, but because it's missing the productivity software, it's kind of useless to have a keyboard attached to a tablet. You may as well get a cheap netbook computer, and so I kind of got rid of the keyboard. Alright, let's put it here. The iPad. This is iPad 3. The newest and the best, and they talk about the Retina screen. I honestly do not see a huge difference between the screen resolution, but I guess my eyes are not the best. So let's just access an internet. Let's go to YouTube. So same thing, comes up fairly quickly. It's a quick computer, tablet I should say. And the only reservation I have against iPad 3 is it's thicker and heavier than iPad 2. But it comes like this because of the bigger battery, and it does have better camera, which again, this is my kid's computer, and for what it's being used for, I guess iPad 2 would have been the best choice, but the reason I got it is because the connector on here, the new, I don't remember what it's called, but the new Apple connector is absolutely the best. They really did a nice job where you can insert it either way. You can pull on it and unplug it. There isn't a million leads or connections inside. It works really nice. Asus does not have that. It has that old style thick with a lot of wires connector. Negatives on the iPad: you do not have USB ports. You do not have SD card ports. In other words, you don't have any ports, but it does produce nice sound, and it is a quick computer. I can tell you this: this is a computer for my 6-year-old. This one, believe it or not, for my 2-year-old. My 2-year-old can operate this machine. This is hers, and she is not letting go of it. They don't know I have it. I'm sure they're looking at home for it, so I should return it fairly quickly. But 2-year-old can operate it, not by just pushing buttons without order. She knows what she's doing. Maybe my 2-year-old is like that, but I think these computers are done for simplicity, absolute simplicity. If you're looking for simplicity, there isn't a simpler computer than an Apple. As far as productivity goes, none, zero. This does not come with any productivity software as far as Word, Excel, type. You can put some on that you can find online, but all of them are kind of limiting. You cannot do a serious work on these computers. Internet surfing, watching, this is a delivery device. You can watch videos, you can surf on the internet, you can get your emails. So as long as you're receiving stuff, that's fine. Taking pictures with iPad, even though it has a nice camera, is kind of awkward. I saw people taking pictures with an iPad. It looks honestly stupid. I wouldn't be carrying this just for taking pictures. Although my son did take some pictures, and it's fun for kids. So I would say this is a kid's device. Okay, let's get to more serious device. Okay, Surface. Turn it on. This is not your kid's device. My 2-year-old cannot operate this device. I mean, she can swipe, and she can probably start some programs, and if I was to install games on here and modify it to be a game computer, basically get rid of all the tiles and just put game tiles on it, I'm sure she would be able to open it up. But this is not a device for a kid. Okay, you want productivity? Yes, it comes with Microsoft Word, it comes with Microsoft Excel, very familiar interfaces, and you basically do your work. Now, granted, this is a small computer, small screen, so you're not going to do your major work, but you can do some work. As far as usability, it's different. It's very different from anything I've seen. I like how Microsoft has approached the solution to their screen, or I should say start menu. Instead of start menu taking just a little bit of the screen, they thought, what the hell, why don't we take the whole screen and make them live? This is absolutely nice. You have your live tiles. So if you want, if you consider yourself to